Hello, my name is April and welcome to the Yoga Ranger Studio and welcome to your practice today. This was a special request for yin yoga for menopause and menopausal symptoms. Those hot flashes, those violent changes in temperature that we have during menopause and as we go into menopause, premenopause, and also for those mood swings that happen as well. So this is focused on those things in particular, but menopause overall. So we're looking at hormones kind of rushing through and imbalancing. So what we'd be looking for would be looking to work with the liver meridian, which is actually, weirdly enough, one of those meridians that helps filter and adjust the amount of hormones running through our body. So really helpful to have the liver in balance. We'll also be working with the thyroid. So we're looking through this throat, front and back, helping bring balance to that, because the thyroid is really in control of a lot of things that are happening in our body. So it's good to have the thyroid balanced out. And oftentimes during premenopause and menopause, thyroid will kind of get off as well. We'll also be working with the hypothalamus, which is actually what regulates our temperature up and down. So all of those three things kind of help work with those mood swings, also help work with the hormone balancing and help those temperature changes. I know how those can be really, really annoying to a lot of people to have those violent temperature changes. So the only thing you're going to need for your practice will be one blanket or beach towel. You can also have another blanket underneath if that feels good for you, and blocks around you just in case you need them. But for now, this is what we'll be using. We're going to start with my favorite breath for any time you are overheated and you are feeling overheated. Now, some people genetically can fold their tongue into a little straw shape. I am not one of those people who can, but this is called Sitali cooling breath. And in that, you're gonna, if you can, fold your tongue into that little straw shape, and you're gonna suck air through it like a little straw. If you're like me and you do not have that tongue that folds like that, you can just imagine you're sucking through a straw. So just pursing your lips like a straw, sucking the air in, you're gonna close your mouth. Take your tongue to the roof of your mouth right behind your teeth and exhale with your mouth closed. So inhaling like a straw, tongue to the roof of the mouth, curl just a little bit, exhale through your nose. Inhale, straw, close, exhale. 3 more times. Last time, inhale. This is going to help cool your body down, so you can use this anytime you feel overheated or hot. It's going to take like 5 to 7 rounds of that each time, and it'll kind of help you. We'll use that breath during our practice today, though. So we're going to start with a little sort of chest and throat opener for our thyroid with a supported fish pose. So rolling your blanket or beach towel up, you're going to take it up right where the shoulder blades come together, down to the very bottom. Roll yourself over it so that your shoulder blades barely touch the floor. Bring the bottoms of the feet together, working with the liver meridian that runs on the inside of the legs. Arms either straight out or bent elbow as long as you feel supported on the floor. Just yourself here in our supported fish/butterfly pose. Nice deep breaths. This is going to open everything on the front side of the body all the way up, working with the things that we are wanting to help with the menopausal symptoms. Now, often yin is a great practice when you're feeling overheated and your moods are kind of going left and right, because it's a very calming, cooling, and quieting practice. So it's a great practice to go to. If you find yourself having a lot of mood swings and a lot of hot flashes, you might want to step away from faster moving practices and turn to practices like restorative yin and meditation to help cool and soothe the mind and body. Just about one more minute here in this pose. Just allowing the breath to extend a little bit longer on the exhale. This is going to help calm and soothe the body, bringing us into that parasympathetic nervous system, that rest and digest and heal and restore. Gently starting to slide those heels out. Take the legs straight just for a breath or two. And then taking those feet flat, you're going to press the feet into the floor, lift your hips, take that blanket off to the side, left or right, doesn't matter where. Lower yourself back down, knees together, feet wide, hands to your belly. Just sigh and relax, release all that tension. And then gently roll over to your right side and make your way up super slowly. Take that blanket again and use it for underneath our hips. Now you don't have to use them underneath your hips. I find that I like this pose with my hips that way. What we're going to do though here is we're going to take that right leg out to the side in a half dragonfly. So left leg in, you can take the heel out further if your knee does not like this pose in this position. But I like to sit on the very edge of the blanket so my pelvis naturally tilts a little bit. Relax that knee. You can even have a little bounce and softness to it. And we're going to take it down sort of the middle. Now start to walk your hands a little bit over to the right, and if you find you can go over that right leg, that's great. If not, somewhere in the middle or midway is fine as well. Maybe lift up for a second, turn the belly just a little bit more and fold over that right leg. Let gravity take you where it wants to take you. Just one more minute here. Start to lift yourself up. We're going to take a little deeper twist. So take that right hand behind you, left hand to that thigh, just twist a little bit further over to the right. We're just going to be here for about a minute. Gently coming back through center. So go ahead and lift that right knee up. You can take your feet and just kind of windshield wiper them side to side. Find a little bit of movement here, or you can be very still. Some people like movement in between yin poses. Some people like to be very still. Here again, this time we're going to take that left leg out to the side, right foot in. This may be a very different pose for you. So this knee may be the knee that causes you problems. So you may find that you want to take that leg out a little bit further. Just turn yourself a little bit, just that natural turn that kind of occurs. Start to walk yourself forward. This side for me is a little bit harder. I don't have as much opening, so I kind of have to let it be. Let that knee be soft. We're not forcing this issue. Maybe lifting up after a few breaths and finding a little bit more twist here. Just about one more minute here. Start to lift yourself back up. Here you're going to turn a little bit over to that left side, left hand behind you, right hand to that leg. Just for a minute here. Come back to center very slowly. Take that hand inside that knee, lift it up. Maybe bring your feet flat, rock them side to side if that feels good. Notice our rebound pose here. I'm going to take our blanket and come into camel pose. So not many people use this pose in a yin way, but there are yin ways to use everything. This pose, we're not really putting a lot of muscle engagement. We're kind of letting everything be a little softer. So taking your hands to your lower back, and just pushing the back down just a little bit, you're going to start to kind of allow the back to lengthen and fall. Now, if this makes you really dizzy, you can keep your chin to your chest. If you're okay, you can drop that head back a little bit. Start to bring your chin back into the chest. Slowly move back into position, sit back on your heels, take a couple of breaths here. Back to that Satali cooling breath. So inhaling, tongue to the roof of the mouth. Exhale, mouth closed. 4 more just like that. Last one, inhale. Just settle here for a couple of breaths. This is also helping stretch the top of the feet, which has a lot of our meridians. Start and finish, working with all the lower body meridians as well. So in our next pose, we're going to lean forward a little bit, take our knees off of that blanket. We're going to take the blanket a little bit wider. So we're going to take tadpole pose. So taking that blanket a little bit wider is going to give us a little protection for our feet and knees, which sometimes this pose is a little bit harder for. So you're going to bring the big toes together, knees super wide. So just as if you were coming into child's pose, start to walk yourself down. And then if you want to, you can take those feet out just a little bit. So this is sort of a smaller tadpole of frog, so you don't have as much pressure. If you want to come into frog, you can start to rock forward and take those knees a little bit wider, or take sort of a half version between the two. Find where you feel some sensation, but you can sustainably hold that position. I find that I want a little bit more stretch in the inside of the leg, so if I rock back a little bit further, I get more of that stretch all the way inside the leg, but that may be very different for you. So find that place where you feel some sensation in the inside of the leg. And here, go ahead and drop your chin to your chest. Stretching the back of the neck, working with the thyroid space. Just about 3 more deep breaths here. Starting to lift your head, Shifting forward just a little bit, you can bring those toes a little bit closer together, press through the arms and bring those knees closer together and just shift back into a normal child's pose. Gently starting to lift up. You can take that blanket off to the side, or you can leave it where it is for your next to the last pose. Come all the way down onto your back. So we're going to take a windshield wiper twist here. So arms out to the side, elbows bent or otherwise. You're going to take the feet wide, knees sort of together really close. So it's going to kind of feel like you're windshield wipering side to side. Just start to windshield wiper a little bit. Super slow, maybe starting to expand it as you get a little bit more opening in the lower back. When you next get over to the left, go ahead and drop those knees over to the left. You can stay right here in this position, or you can go ahead and take that left heel on top of that right thigh. Lift and turn your head and look over the right shoulder or look straight up. Just about 1 minute left here. Start to turn your head back to center. If you have that left heel up on that right thigh, take it off, bring the knees back through the middle. Drop the knees together, take a couple of breaths here. Then over to the other side here. So here you may decide you don't want to take that heel up. If you don't, you can stay here. If you do, you can take that right heel on top of that left thigh. Turn and look over your left shoulder this time. Last deep inhale and exhale. Start to turn your head back to center. Take that heel off if you have it up there and drop the knees together. Take your hands to your belly. Take a few breaths here. And in whatever position you want for your Shavasana, go ahead and take the heels out to the corners of the mat or keep those knees together, feet wide. Gently tuck the shoulder blades underneath. Lengthen out through the spine. Take the arms alongside the body. Take a few breaths here. The next 3 breaths, go ahead and inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Two more times. Let your breath be soft. If you're feeling warmer than you want to feel, just visualize a really cool place, like maybe a high mountain waterfall, cool air brushing against your skin, cool water flowing down. Maybe you have your feet in the water. Feel yourself cooling all the way from the bottoms of your feet up through the crown of the head, feeling refreshed. If you have more time to spend in Shavasana, please spend as much time as you can. But if this is the time you're limited to, begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Walking those heels closer together, take the arms up overhead, stretch through the toes and the fingertips, getting long. Feeling that opening, and then exhale, bringing those knees into the chest, giving them a little squeeze here. Maybe giving yourself a little lower back massage, rolling round to the left and to the right a few times. And then hugging the knees into the chest, bring your nose to your knees, knees to your nose. Exhale, release, roll over to your right side. Take a couple of breaths here on your right side. And then gently pressing yourself up to whatever seated position you like best, using your blanket or prop if you like. Keeping your eyes closed or open, taking your hands palms up or palms down onto your knees. Just a few more of those Tadpole cooling breaths. Inhaling, sipping through a straw. Tongue to the roof of the mouth. Exhale, mouth closed. 2 more times. Letting your breath be soft here. And on your next exhale, allowing those hands to come down to the floor. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Open your eyes, look up at your palms. Exhale, hands to heart. Peace and namaste. I I hope this practice helped you. Please come back to that Sitale cooling breath whenever you feel overheated. It is very effective in cooling the body very quickly. It'll make you feel better. It can be very frustrating to have those hot and cold flashes and the mood swings and all of those things. And some of that frustration will show up in tension throughout the body. So focusing on your breath, softening, allowing, letting that breath kind of help let everything kind of go, and moving the body in some ways that'll help help the liver meridian, help the thyroid, help the hypothalamus, help your endocrine system as a whole. Twists also help with that, which we did a few of those. Just helping move everything around and settle things. More yin, more restorative, more meditation, more breath practices will definitely help this during this time of menopause and premenopause. Menopause is exacerbated by stress, and it causes stress, so you have this sort of kind of spiral of more and more going on. If you liked this practice, please like and comment down below. Let me know what you thought. And also, if you're not a subscriber, click that subscribe button over here to your right. Join me each week, every single Thursday morning, bright and early, for a brand new practice: yin, mindful flow, restorative, or meditation, any of the above. If you would like to join me for more practices, I have a member site, theyogaranger.vhx.tv, has exclusive videos every single week and a few extras per month, journal prompts. We have a practice calendar every single month with a theme along with some journal prompts for that. And we also have all of the YouTube videos ad-free available there, so you can stream them through an app or online, either way, or you can use them through your Roku as well. I hope to see you there. Once again, it's theyogaranger.vhx.tv, link up above and down below. Would love to have you join us there. If not, would love to see you again here on YouTube. Have a great week.